to the audio show.
Well, friends, because I'm very, very fair and I try to be as fair as possible, I want to give Amber some amount of credit for this morning. To be very, very fair with you. And just so, I came live because, of course, as I said before, today's my birthday. Thank you all very much for birthday wishes. I'm going to try to see if we can keep up with videos. People are trying to make sure them take me out, but I want to make sure I get my opinion in on it nonetheless and, I keep the train moving. Let's get into this whole giant session and we'll just kind of talk through it. Let's go.
Amber.
Jesus, Anthony, what are you doing here?
I knew you left, and I went to the gym. I knew you wasn't gonna be here, so I knew you'd probably be jogging. Can we talk for a second?
Anthony, can I enjoy my workout, please?
Just let me talk to you. Look, I don't know what's going on between us, but you gotta understand, this is just all coming at me so fast. Like all of a sudden you just want a divorce, and can you just tell me what's wrong?
All right, so let me try to see if I can give some context into a man like Anthony. Yes, everything that you guys have been saying is correct. He's slow in terms of his emotional intelligence is not very high, and so the deal is that Amber just didn't know this. Maybe when she was marrying him, she probably never realized this, right? She never pick up that when it comes to emotional intelligence, Anthony doesn't know. So in other words, Anthony thinks a woman is good and him have a certain perception of how women should be and what they should are and all of that kind of stuff. When you get into a marriage, for me, I think you're kind of teaching each other different things because you're going to teach me how you go about things. Does Amber do her best to do that? Yes, she does. But Anthony still have gaps inside of how his brain thinks. There are still very much missing gaps. Because yes, like some of the ladies say, but O'Neill, she's been talking to him and he hasn't been listening. Correct. She's been talking to him. But he has not been listening either. You are right. Why hasn't he been listening? That's another piece of the question. But nonetheless, what I like about this morning more than any other morning is the mere fact that Amber was not screaming, I guess. Because the screaming makes me can't talk to you.
You said it. It's about Wayne, right? Isn't that what you said?
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I said it out of anger and frustration. All right, I apologize for that. But you got to see it where I'm coming from. All of a sudden, I'm thinking things are good, and then you're talking about you want to divorce me? I thought we were doing well.
That's the problem. You thought we were doing well, but you couldn't see that I wasn't.
Right. He didn't see that she wasn't doing well. In his mind, she's doing well. In his mind, she's doing what she can do. And that's why O'Neill has always said, try not to put on a show for too long. Because when you put on a show, people don't know that how you are actually feeling. Don't put a show on. Because when you put a show on, it gives me the impression that everything is going good.
You couldn't see that I haven't been doing well in a long time, Aunt. I've been coping and accepting your mess.
All right. She's been accepting his mess and she's been coping. Again, she's been just doing this. When the baby came back, Amber should have just said, hey, this is how I feel about it. When Shayla came back in them presence, this is how I feel about it. When Anthony have to go over there, this is how I feel about it. And stand on that. But each time she might say, yeah, I'm good, and then she rescinds it. It sends us a mixed signal to Anthony. That's why I have some of the issues that we have now. And that's why I say some of the time I need to stand on what they're saying.
Yeah, I think honestly, you should just go ahead and be with Shayla. That way you can have Kai, you and Shayla and Kai can be a happy family.
I want. I chose who I wanted to be with. I don't want Shayla. I want you.
Maybe you should go be with Rolanda. I'm saying y'all had a good relationship, good friendship. I mean, y'all are still business partners, y'all still.
See, so you see, these things are conversations Amber should have had long ago. Anthony, why didn't you marry Rolanda? What's the thing with Rolanda? You guys are business partners. Tell me about that. Get into it. What is this thing about Shayla? Get into it. But see, what's going on is that she held it for so long, and then now, basically, is when she's trying to give all of this out. I'm just kind of giving you how it read on a man's mind. I'm just trying to kind of see if I can get an inkling. Because again, I'm not saying she mustn't get a divorce. I'm just telling you why you're getting some of the response you're getting from Anthony.
Talk. I mean, I feel like you probably talk to her more than you talk to me.
That's not true.
I'm just saying, man.
That's not true.
You've let a lot of women disrespect me, and these are all women that meant something to you, so I think you should consider it.
Listen to this conversation. This is one of the best conversations that they've had in a long time. She's not shouting, but you can almost tell that what she's saying is what she actually feels. And you get a chance to find out, okay, you know as a man now can think, well, why you say that? Why would you say that? You know, you believe Rolanda and me talk to Rolanda more than I talk to you. What do you believe? How would you prefer it then? How would you prefer me talking? Those are the things. That's what I mean when I'm talking about it.
Yeah, I do. I think you should find your happiness.
I found my happiness.
And, I really want to finish my workout, so
That's it. I mean, you talking about all the bad times, but was there never any good times?
So no, that this is the weird part. I guess there were good times. You know, for whatever it is, I guess there were good times. I guess, you know what I mean? There were good times, friends. I'm not gonna make it look like there weren't good times. Look at y'all questioning O'Neal for find out. There were good times. The point I'm just saying is at least she's talking now. And this is kind of why O'Neal is saying them need a little bit of counseling before them go through the divorce. Because I think it would be best for Amber's closure. It would be best. Both of them. Anthony and Amber. Both of them need the closure. She needs to give him closure and he needs to give her closure. That's why I'm wanting to do at least a couple sessions here and there. But hey, let's keep rocking.
Are you telling me that the bad times outweigh the good times?
Yeah, we had some good times. I can't blame you solely. I did my dirt, and this marriage was built on lies. You know?
Right there is where I give her all the credit in the world, because that is the conversation I wanted, Amber. Your girl has just won me over again, because finally she admits, yes, I did some dirt, right? And now I'm getting all of this, and that's just life. Yes. At least she's now honest about it, and I think that's what O'Neal was wanted from Amber. Yes, don't make it look as though, you know, it's just Anton that has done his thing, and you know, it's just I was very honest with this man all my life, and then one day him just get up and start cheating. And that's what it looks like. That's what O'Neal is saying. It looks like that. When you watch it, it looks like that. But that right there, says where I want her to stay, in that pocket. Because if you go from being very, very vulnerable and honest, then that's when you can affect anything. That's where the conversation start. Again, hey, I not expect them to, you know, it is what it is. If she decides she wants a divorce, then hey, go get it. But I love that. If she can stay in that vein right there, so she win O'Neal. She win O'Neal right there, so. On my birthday, that's a good gift that Amber has actually given to me. The gift of honesty. Because she was honest. I'm going to give her credit for right there, so. For the first time I hear her say something like that. And it don't just sound like Anthony are the bad guy, but I'm very, very good. And that's what it started to sound like to me. It started to sound like Anthony are the bad guy, but I'm very, very good. There's nothing wrong with me. It's all about you. That is exactly the impression that I was getting. But I like this. Give me a steak. Like I said, it's birthday day. So y'all know it work. When you don't get these kits, you get them. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm going to talk to y'all soon. Have a wonderful day.